Hi, and welcome to my mix documentary video for the 2020 Christmas song of HOFA-College. So let's get right to it and start with the drums. They are all three being bussed into this one group, you see here, which has a SYS HOFA saturator on it, just a good little bit of tape effect, followed by, again, a channel strip, where I am again boosting the bottom like crazy, cutting some of the low mids, adding a bit of smack, and compressing a very tiny bit at a very, very low ratio. Followed by this, I have the BX sub synth, which makes a really, really good octave or two addition to the bass drum. And this is actually fun to hear. If I turn everything off and we hear just the microphones pure, it sounds like this. It works, it's nice, it's natural. If I add everything, if you have a subwoofer, you can hear that really low octave coming out. And when I combine the trigger to it, it sounds like this. I'm using the trigger more for consistency and less for a dramatic effect, as I did with the snare, where I really used the snare trigger to make 90% of the snare sound. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with the kick drums as I had them anyway, so I felt no reason to overdo it here. And all together, my drums sound like this. I've decided to use a Strat left, an SG right, and then on the other group, I'm using an SG left and a Strat right. And I've treated these differently. I have all of the tracks in a stereo bus using different levels. I have my direct signals almost at 0, and then I have my rooms quite a bit quieter. And I also wanted to point out that my direct signals are panned to one side and the corresponding room is panned to the other to give me more width. And that would be like this. Here's just one guitar. You hear that much room on the right, and that's what it sounds like with both. So now we have our lead vocals. Okay, I used the Neumann U67 into the Neve 1073 preamp. And we had a fantastic sound from the get-go. So I just used a tiny bit of high boost here from the channel strip. I got rid of actually a lot of low mids, a little bit of this closeness effect that I wasn't so happy with. I have compressed a bit, and it's mixed in 100%. Very fast release and a fast attack, followed by, again, a HOFA IQ EQ, where I'm only using it as a dynamic EQ at one frequency. So it's pulling down these harsh frequencies when they get too much. Followed by a HOFA IQ limiter, once again, just to stabilize it a little bit and keep things from jumping out. Lastly, we have a HOFA de-esser, and I'm probably using a preset. Yes, Vocals Natural De-esser Light, just to pull down some of these S's. In any case, our dry vocals sound like this.
It's an outdated ride, just an ordinary night.
And this is what our vocals sound like processed.
But all of us keep going as if we didn't mind. What do we hope to find?
And you can see I've got a few things going on. They'll be automated on and off like the Galaxy. Guitar reamp additions. Let me explain that first. I was just trying to use it in a very natural way, as it sounds like now, you know, wah-wah guitar. And I thought, you know what, that's extremely boring, and I need more movement. I thought I need this to make people want to dance a little bit more. So I decided to send the whole thing into another group where I'm using a couple of effects, starting with the Sound Toys Filter Freak 2, followed by the Sound Toys Phase Mistress, and then followed by a HOFA EQ, where I'm just using it as a high pass filter, and I'm ripping the bottom off at 435 hertz, cutting it off quite steeply, I might add. And then finally, I added a 16th ping pong echo just to add a bit of groove to the whole thing. But this is what it sounds like dry. No big deal there, nothing exciting. And then with all the stuff on it. So that sums up my mix walkthrough. I hope enough things have been clarified, and I hope it brings you one step further on your journey to making the perfect mix. Until next time, take care and have a great day.